Governor Fallon says the decision will be left up to local schools to build storm shelters. The estimated cost to build storm shelters in schools statewide is at more than $2 million. More residents are still picking up the pieces after the fatal tornado ripped through their homes. We've seen volunteers out here helping, but residents say they can still use more help. We're here at the Marriott Gardens with thousands of volunteers planting all these pumpkins around here, beautifying this place for the Pumpkinville. Children have a lot to look forward to. In the aftermath of the fatal tornado that hit Moore a few weeks ago, not only are people trying to find a new home, but so are the animals that were left behind.
Here you go, baby.
Volunteers are working countless hours to help these animals that need a little TLC and to reunite them with their owners. This is one of the many animals located at the Animal Resource Center that need to be reunited with their owners.
I think so many people, their house was destroyed, and I think that maybe they're not even looking for their pet because they're afraid that the pet has really been destroyed along with the house.
Tornado victims aren't the only ones afraid, but this volunteer has a special way to handle that.
Animals that we've worked with have also had behavioral issues due to their fear.
Well, I'm a clinical aromatherapist, and I have just seen so many times the trauma and sadness when I would see that in animals' faces that have been just rescued, perhaps, from terrible situations, and I knew I could help. Sometimes I'll be putting an essential oil on a toy, a little stuffed toy, and putting it in their cage to help with their calming. We have diffusers such as these that we've had wonderful donations from as far away as Australia to help us to be able to purchase more diffusers and having essential oils sent to us so that we can continue what we're doing.
For volunteer opportunities, contact the Animal Resource Center and more. Reporting for Moore, Veronique Parker, News 9. UCO students and Edmond residents relive the same nightmare every morning and afternoon. That nightmare is Edmond traffic. I went to find out why traffic has gotten so bad and if we'll ever see it let up. Take a look. It seems as if no matter how early you leave to get to class, traffic is always lurking.
No, I mean, it's whack.
Even out-of-town shoppers feel the pain.
Compared to Lawton, it's worse than Lawton.
Some just see it for how it is.
Traffic is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Roads are small and there's a lot of people.
Too bad not all Edmond residents and commuters can be this lax about traffic, and most wonder why it's so bad in the first place.
This stretch of town is the most challenging part of town for traffic between Broadway and Bryant on 2nd Street. I think it's twofold. One, the community has continued to grow at a fast pace over the last decade, along with the university and the university's growth.
With no end of community growth in sight, the city of Edmond is working to combat this frustrating traffic with a new on-the-fly traffic system.
The city of Edmond is actually in the first phase of installing a new system called ITS, which stands for Intelligent Traffic Signals. And what that will allow us to do as a city is to help to better control traffic flows. If there are emergencies, we can get emergency vehicles to where they need to be in a better time frame. So it will help, and eventually the plan is to expand that citywide, and that will help traffic flow.
In the meantime, the city of Edmond asks residents.
Like I said, we just encourage people to be safe, be aware, don't look at your phones while you're driving, and that you'll get to where you need to be safely. That's ultimately what we want everybody to do.
3,000 pumpkins and a handful of volunteers are all needed to make the children's garden transform into a pumpkin palace. Big and small, staff and volunteers lug giant cardboard boxes each year to decorate. Not only do volunteers get called in, but also some pretty experienced gardeners.
I am a master gardener. I really just came to move pumpkins today, yeah.
The public usually only sees the final product of events like this.
We have been planning for the last 6-7 months, and a lot of planning goes into it, and right now we're just executing our plan. So we've got lots of volunteers and staff, and our goal today is at the end of the day, if we can have all of our 3,000 pumpkins in place, we are on track.
We're here at the Marriott Gardens with thousands of volunteers planting all these pumpkins around here, beautifying this place for the Pumpkinville. Children have a lot to look forward to.
It definitely is a family event for sure, so younger children, their parents, grandparents, the whole family. But we found last year, because it's so decorative and fun, it's a wonderful fall celebration, that all ages came too. So even people without children came, even teenagers, the hardest audience to please and reach, they got a kick out of it. So while there's a lot of fun activities for children to do once they're in the garden, it's open to everybody.
It's October 21st. Hello and welcome to this edition of Youth Central News Now. I'm Verity Parker. In breaking news today, shots were fired at a Nevada middle school, leaving one staff member killed and 2 students injured. The suspect is also dead, leaving speculations as to why this tragedy was caused. In campus news, the Student Programming Board has been recognized by the National Association for Campus Activities for 5 outstanding programs at its 2013 Regional Conference. SPB is a student-driven organization that provides quality and entertaining events for the student body while highlighting leadership development. Well, that's all the time we have. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Reporting from the newsroom, Verity Parker. It's October 28th. Hello and welcome to this edition of Youth Central News Now. I'm Veronique Parker. In top headlines today, 4 inmates escaped from Cato County Jail Sunday. According to Sheriff Gene Kane, the prisoners opened a trap door above the jail showers and crawled to the pipe chase doors, which leads to the outside jail. Cato police are asking that anyone with information about the escapees to please call 911 or the Cato County Sheriff's Office. In other news, homecoming week is finally here, and all those who want to participate in the homecoming parade Saturday need to register this Wednesday by 5 p.m. Well, that's all the time we have. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Reporting from the newsroom, Verity Parker. Major problems are occurring with the Affordable Care Act website. A technical failure has left users unable to access healthcare.gov. Athena Jones tells us more. Police found the bodies of 6 people when they responded to a call from a man who said he was thinking about hurting himself. SWAT team members who entered the house late Tuesday found the remains of 4 adults and 2 children, including the body of the man they believe called the police. The situation appeared to be domestic related. A former volunteer fire chief charged with forgery and embezzlement is expected to surrender and face charges on today. Roger Fine was indicted on Thursday by the state's multi-county grand jury on 16 counts of forgery and 1 count of embezzlement. He allegedly forged signatures on the fire department's bank account to take over $4,700 that he used for gambling and other purposes. Fine, who is also a Cherokee County deputy sheriff, resigned as fire chief earlier this year and has been suspended by the sheriff's department.